I am C3PO Human Cyborg Relations.
Hello, super friends. Let's start today's video with commentary from John Campea on the state of Snyderbros currently.
Hey John, Superman is my most anticipated film for DC in years, and I have a question. We know the Snyder fandom have not been kind to the film, even though they haven't seen it yet, and DC Studios. Do you think they have every right to stay bitter on WB due to what happened to Zack Snyder? It has nothing to fucking do with you. Get over it. Nothing, like, literally, Zack Snyder, and listen, I say this as a massive Zack Snyder defender, because, I mean, okay, forget Rebel Moon, okay? Take Rebel Moon out of it. And all of his filmography, there's only one movie Zack Snyder's made that I didn't really like, and that was Sucker Punch. I've liked or loved every single other of his movies. Particularly, of course, Man of Steel. But he's just a director. It's not his movies.
All right.
Never is. It's the studio's movies. He was hired just like any director, just like Peyton Reed was hired to come in and make Ant-Man. Ant-Man doesn't suddenly belong to Peyton Reed. He came in, and look, the reality is, as it doesn't matter how much I loved Man of Steel or Batman versus Superman or whatever, the reality is a whole hell of a lot of the audience did not.
Yep.
That's just the reality. Now, if you want to be butthurt and act like, yeah, I get disappointed too when things I like gets canceled, but oh well, then you move on. You want to get butthurt as if this was some kind of personal affront? I don't know. To me, it's absolutely pathetic.
Next, let's check out Mark Waid weighing in on Superman. Superman, DC Studios' first feature film to hit the big screen, is set to soar into theaters worldwide this summer from Warner Brothers Pictures in his signature style. James Gunn takes on the original superhero in the newly imagined DC universe with a singular blend of epic action, humor, and heart, delivering a Superman who's driven by compassion and an inherent belief in the goodness of humankind. I'd also add that the world around Superman can be cynical, but he can stay true to his character and be the hope that overcomes that. Henry Cavill's Superman was godlike and made to be almost a reluctant Superman. He became as cynical as the world around him. This take with David Corenswet will be a departure from that grounded attempt, leaping into the fantastical world, as Robert Burnett points out.
That this movie is going to be there's always been an effort to set the modern superhero film in quote unquote our world. You know, if you look at even Superman the movie is basically set in Metropolis is New York City. He runs into Rex Reed, for instance. This is the first time that I think we're getting a modern superhero film that takes place in a fantasy version of our Earth, with all of this super science, and there's aliens running all over the planet. Everybody knows that there's many superheroes that exist. So I think the tone of this
is what he's doing.
The tone of this movie is going to be very, very, very different than anything we've seen before, even in in Smallville, in the Arrowverse things, and I think there's going to be much more of a played up fantasy element. So I think that's going to just be something new and different that we haven't seen, and we don't know what it is yet. And I think until we see more of it, it's going to be kind of hard to wrap our heads around the kind of tone that this movie is going to have. That's why I'm cautiously optimistic, and I think we should wait and see.
I'll never join you! If you only knew the power of the dark side.
There is quite a bit of sci-fi to this Superman stylistically, connecting to fantasy elements. James Gunn, in terms of storytelling, is geared towards a saga, which is very much like George Lucas of Star Wars. Don't be surprised to have that epic vibe for the new verse and launch off of Superman. Gunn engages much more with the actors to sort out different takes on their performances. Lucas is more of the mind that the actors are just there to fill in the pages he wrote. They are both imaginative writers who direct and have a lot of input towards creative decisions. These are episodic sagas in Star Wars, and the new DCU verse is being built in this way, it seems. Gunn also engages with test audiences and fans quite a bit. In the day of social media, he uses that to improve the final film. There is certainly ego to his personality and a belief in his overall vision, yet behind the scenes, Gunn has always taken feedback and criticism well. Actually, he uses it to his advantage, able to make changes as needed until nearly the release date, achieving a balance that core fans will like and engaging well with the general audience is always the greatest challenge. With the news of potentially earlier international releases happening, there is a growing confidence that Superman will land well. If there was concern of bad critical reviews and fans not liking it, they'd hold back the release date to minimize the damage. It seems, however, they believe in what they are going to deliver fans. This is a great sign, Super Friends. I know the Snyderbros are still upset their verse is over, but if you're a Superman fan, things are looking up. So as always, look up, not back. We will fly in July.